When we set out to make a NED style bait, it was like, all right, how are we going to be different? The NED BLT is definitely unique in the lineup because it's completely different material. Higher floating material, good action, keep that bait up off the bottom. Definitely want durability. It has to have the right amount of scent. That right there is exactly what you're talking about. And then, of course, fish catching colors. Yes, sir. Look at that. Solid fish, man. In the finesse game, you have to have a Ned rig / drop shot bait. The key with that was 3 inches, like I feel like it's the perfect size, whether you're dealing with largemouth, spotted bass, or small. I've catch a lot of big smallmouth this way, but you catch big largemouth as well. We set out to make the best Ned rig possible. It's gonna generate that bite. That Ned BLT, it just gets bites. Just, hey, you gotta have it in the boat. It's like you're ready to roll. So we created a 3-inch tapered worm with TPE. So it's super flexible, has a lot of, like really nice material, has some really good colors to it. But the key with that was 3 inches, like I feel like it's the perfect size, whether you're dealing with largemouth, spotted bass, or smallmouth. Okay, in addition to that, I of course like to use it for drop shot as well. But really the whole key to this was, all right, how do we have a bait that floats a heavier weight than normal, okay? So being that it is 3 inches, and it's not a big profile bait, it's still finesse, it does do a really good job of floating a 3/16. And what I mean by that is standing up a 3/16 ounce Ned head, up to a 1/4 ounce Ned head, and bringing that bait up there, and it almost, where that bait being a smaller profile bait, you have to get that bait up off the bottom a little bit where those fish can actually visually see it. In addition to that, that tail being tapered allows for it to have a very good action. Rather than it being stubby, it has a really good little subtle action. So when you shake that, it's constantly moving. A little bit of waves or a little bit of current is moving that bait. That bait's constantly, being that it's up there standing up straight, it's always in that current, in the middle of the current, when it's getting pushed and that little tail's moving. And that subtleness, having action is key. Again, subtleness of that little tail moving, that's what I'm thinking. I'm envisioning that fish going down there on that bait, looking at that bait, and that tail just sitting there quivering. And then that's a lot of times when they commit. So for me, it's durability one, having a little bit better action, having higher floating material that's gonna, really have a good action, keep that bait up off the bottom. In addition to all those attributes that makes this bait so great, one thing that I had to have was scent. It has to have the right amount of scent where, look, it's been proven, especially with finesse tactics, when they're dealing with a lot of pressure, having a little bit different scent, having a strong scent can generate bites. So the BLT is 3 inches long and comes in 16 custom colors that are perfect for Ned rigging. There he is, good fish right there. When the bite gets tough, pick up that Ned BLT and it just gets bit, man. Flat out catches him.